Hello, hello, THL. Welcome to another, the final team reveal. Here we are going to be doing the team review of all of the EU Pro teams. We've got quite a few to go through here, but since it's going to be a smaller series, only 8 captains, meaning only 8 teams, there's going to be no Wheel of Doom. We're just going to go through and give our hot takes on just these rosters here. And to help me out is none other than the runner-up from last season, the person who got 3-0 in finals after his team had already lost. It's NL Bouncy Night.
Hello. Yeah, welcome and happy to be here to announce the second season. The team's in the second season. I'm looking forward to get the win this time.
Your team looked really good throughout the later half of the series there, really just taking names, and you were on a streak of just winning every single week until that finals. So I'm sure that there's going to be some revenge runbacks here.
Yeah. We did it pretty well. In the first half of the season, we already thought we were not going to make playoffs because we had a good start. But yeah, out of a sudden, because I think maybe because the pressure was off, because we already thinking we're not going to make it, we get a good streak. Especially one of the players, Mott, he literally won every match since week 3, and that was insane. So he carried us to the playoffs, and then we lost with 1 point in the finals. But it was really fun to play it, and we are back.
Speaking of those finals, the other person that's going to be joining us in a little bit is going to be Mighty. He is not quite here because he's too busy winning Hearthstone games. So I'll probably introduce him when he does arrive. But since he's not here, let's go ahead and start. NL Bouncy Night, what is that first team?
Yeah, the first team is the team that we just spoke of is Patriarchs. Yeah, the runner-up of the first season. We're gonna participate again. We have nothing new for our players. We have the same players, the same roster, and we have one of the people is Martinino. Um, he is not really playing a lot of competitive like his master tours, big tournaments because he's more of a local player. He likes to play aggro decks, just play fast, go face. Uh, then we have Dinks. He is really competitive. He has played many master tours. He ended one of the master tours in top 16. So it was a really great. It was his first master tour that he did that he played, and he ended so well. So he can be proud of that, of course. Then we have Refolks. Didn't play a master tour yet. He was sometimes very close. Also last season he ended with a 50% win rate. And then we have Matt. He played one Masters Tour last season, and that was the second one of this season, if I'm correct, is on my head. And yeah, he was of course the MVP of last season in Pertinax. He goes 7-3, and he carried us the whole way. And then the captain, that's me myself. I am not a Master Tour player. I play some qualifiers, but I don't gonna call the win rate because it's just not good. And yeah, we are ready to take the first place. Hope for this year.
Yeah, just a straight run back of last time. I know that Dicinino is a shortened name there, but yeah, no real reason to change it. Instead, we're going to go on to the next team, and man, it would have been great if Mighty announced this one, but it's League of Nations, the team that Mighty's on, captained by Diamond. We got Izzat in the 1, Boom in the 2, Mighty in the 3, Nails in the 4 this time instead of Dead's 17, and we got Den coming back in the 5. Yeah, I mean, Gaboom and Izzat just like cleaned house last season. And I think the only reason why Izzat is the 1 is because he ended as the 1 last season. So just ship it straight back. But yeah, some GMs. We've got some people who make every single Masters tour. Really just great players all around. And Nails coming in, not EU pro, but been in a lot of THL stuff, was the person who won crossover last season. So we all know they're a very good player. Anything to say about League of Nations, Valentina?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, it's our biggest rival, of course, for this season. We are locked. We're gonna lock. We want to win, of course, from the League of Nations because they defeat us last time. But they have a really stacked team because Diamond kept them well known in different leagues and win a lot of league already. So it's gonna be hard, but I mean that's every competition. It was the whole A Pro season 1 was really close. The last week was so excited. Everyone could make it, and that's nice. Instead of having one team winning it all, everyone can make the playoffs, and everyone can win.
Yeah, I will say it is definitely interesting to see the American flag on here. Normally, I'd expect with EU Pro to not see India, to not see so many Asian countries, and then America as well. But hey, we've got one EU country in there, France, so it's got to be something. But anyways, I'm actually going to move on and kick off the next team. Next team being Underdogs. Now, Underdogs is captained by Brazuca, who's also playing in the 1, Blankia in the 2, Vuska in the 3, Mary in the 4, and then Jonesy is the new player coming in the 5. Now, we do sort of have to do these, us going twice in a row here just because we're sort of replacing Mighty in the lineup, but it's okay. Bouncy Knight will get his double turn in a second here. In the meantime, we've got a bunch of Serbian players. Brazuka, Blankia, both of them were in the Max Nations Open Cup. I actually have no clue what the title of the series is. League Nations Open Max Nations, something like that. But yeah, they were both playing for Serbia. And then I believe Mary, I think, is also a Serbian player, but has no. A lot of these players have no competitive placings, no top 200 placings. Nothing shown on Donkey's website. No, not going to say there's any bias there, not showing some of your competitors on your own website, but all I'm saying is Donkey's not showing them. So
yeah, and yeah, I don't know a lot of those players. Blanky I know because I played in the ESL back in the days when they have that AU tournaments. But for that, I really don't know the players myself. But I'm also not. I'm looking at competitive esports, but not. I'm not that into it. So, and yeah, then we're going to the fourth team, and the F12 Violet, and I think everyone's already knowing them. The captain is the well-known Rebobson. He won of the player of the week from all the divisions, all the leagues, as the only one because he played in everyone. So he's a well-known player in the TLE. And Itachi is the same story. He's also playing in a lot of the leagues, and so they're not only players. They are the VIPs in this league from the A Pro. Then we have Haijo Dekan. I hope I announced it good because it's a really difficult name. And he's the new one. He is replacing Superfake that was there for last season. And then we have Rami. Everyone knows him because he has played the GM, so he's a very good player. And then we have Koppa, and he is the Shaman killer. He's the really best Shaman player in the world, told by Rebobson. And the new one is really good at playing Weld. He's playing a lot of Weld. So I'm really curious how he's going to do it in Standard. And then the next team, because we need to do the double.
Sorry. Before you move on, I do want to say that F12 Violet, barely not making it. Had a great run, but it very good team coming back. When Reed Bobson is your worst player, you're a very good team. So I think that they're going to put up some good numbers again this season.
Okay, and then we have Fluence Esports. Also, one of the teams that just didn't make it. They the playoffs last season, but they were very close to make it. This season they have Razor as the team captain. I know he's played a lot of local tournaments, leagues. He's playing in almost every team league there is, from the Max League, from Bamish kind of leagues. He plays in all of it. The same as Lobster Pants. They are already playing together in the same team for many times. Then we have MG on spot 4. He is also from the same country where I'm from. He playing a lot of. He's also a really competitive player. He also want to win. And Glista won, and Capitan Pirel. I don't know them. I didn't prepare this because I didn't know I need to do the Fluence. So maybe one of the other two know some information on them.
I myself also was not prepared to talk about Flowen's esports, but what I will say is Flowen's esports last season was actually on a path much like your own. Just had a really great end to the season. Started off sort of shakily, but yeah, like it really showed that this team can put up some good wins over some really good teams. So I think that they're going to come back. They're going to take some of the big weeks again.
Yeah, yeah, we lost from them. We lost against them as well, and yeah, it was really stacked. It was really close at the end. Everything was one match. The last match, then we could make the top four. So I hope this season gonna be that close again because I like to have some excited last days in the season.
Yeah, honestly, the entire last season was very close going into playoffs. There was a far and away team at the beginning, and everything was very close at the end. So hopefully, we have another season kind of like that.
Yeah.
But one of those teams that did make playoffs coming back is going to be our next team here, Donkey Hot once again. Makes sense, you know. Almost win the entire series. Bring it back. We've got Donkey captaining, of course, Palyuha, Donkey, Groinkpuff, Mata, and Hurricane Biz or Hurricane Biz. Anyways, Mata and Hurricane Biz are the two new players here. They basically just took the from what I can tell, Hurricane Biz is a direct disciple of the player that they sort of lost here in oh no, why am I forgetting his name? In Bronca 279. The numbers are hard. But yeah, so like direct disciple, maybe Bronca, had to take a season off, but they've got another direct lineage from him, so it'll be sort of the next step in the Donkey Hot legacy.
So the apprentice is going to beat the master, maybe.
Yeah. And of course Donkey's beautiful face on the night one more time. It was really great.
So yeah, and then we have the seventh team of this AU Pro League Season 2 is the Pancooks. They are back with the same team as the last season. As the captain Max VDP, he won multiple nations, the nationals. That's the biggest local tournament we have here in the Benelux. He won it 2 times already, so a really good player. Played also a couple of master tours. He's going to play in the next one, if I am correctly. And yeah, then we have Jack Attack, and he was also last year. He's also from the Netherlands, but he's an official American. So another American in the AU Pro League. Then we have Lasagna. I always announce Lasagna. Another player playing very well in the Master Tours. He plays multiple Master Tours. Also in other local tournaments, he playing always doing very well. Last season, he also did a really good win rate, 602. He is literally the nuts, is what the captain say about him, and a genius. Then we have the British player Pigeon, that also did a great job going 504 in the last season. And as the last one, we have Voodoo V, and another genius player, as Max PvP told me. And also they make it to the playoffs last season, if I'm correctly.
Yep.
Yes, that's the 4 team that make the playoffs. So also really close to get the finals, and it's a really stacked team, and I think they're doing really great again this season.
Yeah, it's crazy when almost every single name on your team is someone that like someone from NA would recognize. Yeah, everyone here is really really good. Shows up in almost every single Masters tour. So this is one of the crazy teams that I'll be surprised when they don't win, essentially. And I believe that is going to be our final co-caster here, Mighty, the one of the winners of last season and a GM in his own right. Mighty, how are you doing?
Hey everyone, I'm doing great. Sorry I got delayed. I was actually playing in another tournament and the games went a little bit longer than I expected them to.
Never apologize for winning games of Hearthstone.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're just in time to reveal the last team here. So
Oh, great. At least I didn't miss the entire thing. So yeah. Okay, so we've done the reveals. Like this is the last team. Right?
yeah, this is the last team. So
Okay.
yeah, just go ahead, name all the people here, and let's give some final opinions. But we'll still, yeah, there's still a little bit more to do after all the teams are revealed. So
Sure. So the last team we have 18 Zoth and the members Chewy, Vi the Hunter, Pat, Connor, and Andrew 32544. Yep. Uh, so a lot of good players here. I know Chewy, I know Vi the Hunter. Like I've seen them around, and they've been doing really well in the Master Store qualifiers, and even they did well in the last season of Pros as well. I think. Um, yeah.
yeah, Why the Hunter was the one seed on Undivided, which was one of the very few teams that did not return here.
Okay.
So getting pushed down to the 2 seed here by Chewy, you know that they're going to to be a killer pair up there.
Yeah, that's actually pretty solid team. I don't know much about the rest of the players, but yeah, looks good.
Yeah, and Iron Hunter is also the champion of the Benelux from the last season, so he is really scary to play against. So,
Yeah, I think both Mighty and I lost to him in THL and in Hero last season, so we know.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember actually, but like yeah, might have.
I always forget my losses. I only know him when we wins. Losers, I forgot. Don't remember. I'm always forgetting that.
But yeah, another series, another ET Old God team ending it off. With that, we've talked about every single team a little bit here. Mighty, if you want to give some words on either of the teams we sort of skipped for you on League of Nations or on Flowens, now is a good time, or we can get into our top 4 teams.
I mean, I'm just I can say a little bit about League of Nations because it's my team. Excited to be back. Last season was great, and like obviously, I guess Bouncy Knight is feeling the same. Uh, they also had a great season with Pertinex last season. Looking forward to playing them again, and yeah, we can go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So top 4 teams. I mean, usually we do top 5 teams, but there's only 8 teams here, so we're gonna go with top 4 instead. NL Bouncy Knight. Who are your top 4?
So starting with 4.
Don't have to be in a particular order.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Okay. Of course, I'm gonna say my own team because I'm the captain. I need to have the confidence that we're gonna win this. So of course, we're gonna say Pertinax and League of Nations because I really want to be against them in the finals again because we're gonna meet them. Of course, before the players, but I want to meet them again in the finals. Then that's really hard. Now it's getting really hard for me. I gotta say that Donkey Hot is gonna make it. They have a really good team and they are consistent. in getting top fours and getting to the playoffs in multiple leagues. So, and the last one, I'm going to be the guy that is going to be for the underdogs. I believe in them. They are the underdogs, and underdogs is gonna do some really cool things, and they're gonna make top four this time. So that's my top four.
Okay. Mighty, do you have a top four ready?
Sure. Obviously, League of Nations, winning back to back. That's a given. Obviously, Pertinax, very strong team. We actually lost to them in the regular season, I think, and actually won in the final.
Yeah.
Now looking at the roster, Panankooks is pretty strong. Like Fudov, Lasagna, I know them. Very good players. Max VDP also. Jack Attack. Actually lost to Jack Attack last season. And I'll go with Donkey Hot because like some really great players and very passionate players as well. So like you can never count them out. And like I think they'd make the top four again, yeah.
Okay. And my top four, I'm gonna go with a little bit of a different angle. I think that that Pan and Cooks is definitely top four for me. Just all the crack players in one team, just like League of Nations. I think Nails is going to do just fine coming in here. So then after that, I think F2L Violet is another one of my top four teams. They just barely missed last time, so with a little bit of a change in the roster here, and I think they're gonna make it. And then fourth team, I'm gonna say Flowens Esports. Flowens Esports was the other team that just barely didn't make it. Sorry, that does mean that Pertinax and Donkey Hot aren't in my top four, but there's really just so many good players, and hopefully that'll kick some players into gear to try and prove me wrong here. So
Yeah.
that. Sorry, go ahead.
That's the thing when you got such a stacked roster, all 8 teams are like really good. Choosing top four is just really difficult. It's like asking someone what's your favorite movie or what's your favorite book. It's like pretty similar in that scenario.
Yeah, indeed. And if we look at the last season, it was so close for everyone. Everyone could have made top four there in the last week, and I like that. I like that it's close. That everyone can make the top four, and I hope to get the same fight again. It's a fun tournament, but the competitive stakes are high because everyone want to win. I'm looking forward to the season.
Yep, likewise.
Yeah, and with that, I mean that does cover all the teams. Some quick opinions. So now we're going to be heading out. Any final words for THL here, Mighty?
I'm just like glad to be here, glad to be a part of the community. Last season, like I've been playing for like 2 seasons now, and it's been a really incredible experience. And really glad that Series EU is a thing because for me, I'm like an Asian player who lives in like the westmost part of Asia. Playing in the North American series like the Hero series or Pro series, it's actually really difficult for me because of the time zones. And just like EU series has made it so much more accessible to play, and it's just great.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like an entire half a day's difference of when you can play. So, it was hard just scheduling our match. So every single week that must be pretty difficult. So glad you still put the effort into play that.
It's fun though, regularly competing against the best players in the game. It's just good. It's great.
Being said, Bouncy Night, any final words for THL here?
Yeah, I like it. This is my second season. And after the first season, I was already want to captain another team because I like it. But yeah, it was. I was the last one that signed up, and it was enough of a team. So hopeful next season there. But I like it that everyone can join it. Everyone can join it. There's no competitive level needed. Everyone knows are competitive, of course, but it's not needed. Everyone is welcome. The environment, and we have the AU server now, so and that's also really nice. So and yeah, I'm really looking forward at the second season, and hopefully we can grow. Hopefully we can get at the end of season 3 or 4, maybe 2 divisions in the AU Pro. Let's grow. Let's prove that AU is again the best server.
That we can get the Wheel of Doom activated for Pro EU. So that brings up another discussion for which conference would be free. So
yeah, all I can really say is EU greater than symbol NA.
there you go.
And yeah, I mean, with that, I mean, Bounty Knight did say it's open to everyone. I will say it's you know, not going to be open to people like me who are worse than all these great players, I feel. But just getting to announce them and see them go and see exactly what kind of crazy decks they bring. It's an entirely different meta. So we're going to see that play out over the next few weeks. Content-wise, there's not much more content in the off-season because the real season is starting next Monday. And schedule should be coming out Sunday night, maybe Monday morning. And we'll get to see exactly who we're playing against. So very excited.
Yeah, just got to nudge our hat there around 3 a.m. Eastern. So see if he's awake.
And no more calling out Maestra. You can just play now.
That's right.
I really like that rule because it was you forget it. You forget it mostly of the time because almost every league you don't need it, and then you forget it, and then you think, oh. But luckily the players are not here, so that we're gonna claim a win. So, but yeah. I like the new rule.
I lost at least 3 games last season just because of that rule.
Yeah. It was everywhere. People were talking about it main THL server. People were voting on it for THL Family Feud. Yeah, biggest topic here, and at least it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
I don't know, Stock, if I
yeah,
go for it.
It needs to be seen if like the master decks will be meta anymore or not, because I have not seen them being played that much post the new expansion. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I think usually that's because the new decks are the ones that people want to like try and innovate with.
Yep.
So we'll probably see Rogue return after like a week or two.
Oh, I definitely gonna bring it in week 1. Definitely. I like Thief Rogue all the way. All the way.
Okay, so if you're playing against NL Bouncy Knight week 1,
yes,
you know Rogue is going to be in the lineup. Yep.
Yes, for sure.
Bring the hard target rune lineup. Shaman, Quest Hunter.
There you go.
And then you get your bait. No Rogue in my lineup.
He wouldn't. NL Bouncy Knight, you fiend.
Playing the mind games already.
Yep.
I guess Saku, any final words from you?
No, it's just wanted to thank everybody for being able to cast / host this team reveal for the Pro EU series. So thanks Mighty and NL Bouncy Knight and Geranium for making it all happen tonight.
No problem at all. It was fun.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do hope like more EU games are on stream this season going forward. So I'll be down to cast if that happens.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, me too.
Okay.
I'm not the best caster, but I definitely want to cast a game because let's get a pro also on the map there.
So yeah, if we have anybody that's interested in being, I guess the toughest part of it in streaming matches is being a stream up. Outside of being caster as well, it's just time. And so if anybody's interested in the EU side of things that wants to op or to cast, you can just let our team know. Lotus Knight, Donde, myself, whoever. Just reach out and we'll get you started. So I'll be excited to see some pro EU on stream. So
opping, by the way, just want to say is the stream operating. So that's just making sure that the stream is running, making sure that everyone is not muted. It's
what are you talking about?
some pretty simple stuff, and honestly we're pretty forgiving. So even if there's some small mistakes, just being able to see this content and being able to see the games is really good. So if you want to put in a little bit of time, learn how OBS works, how to run a stream, we will definitely help you out.
Yeah. No Maestro.
Sounds great.
That's the new mute is Maestro. So. All right. Well, thanks again for everybody joining us. On behalf of Geranium Battle Mighty and NL Bouncy Knights, have a great evening, great day, and we'll see you on the next show. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Good morning.